Now, Apollo Tyres is the company that we need to focus on. As they line up expansion in Europe, they're looking to set up a new plant there. They're also looking at expanding into the Latin American space and are looking at an overall investment of 400 million euros. Neeraj Kanwar, who's the Vice Chairman Managing Director of Apollo Tyres, joins us on the show right now. Mr. Kanwar, thanks very much for taking out the time. First, of course, what's the opportunity that you're seeing in Europe, given that it's really testing times for the region? You're looking at setting up a plant there.
Thank you for having me here. Firstly, in the most recent auto show in Geneva, which is the most premium auto show of the world, very premium, very niche, Apollo has launched its new tires for the European customer, for the Europe market. We are today selling in 7 countries in Europe, and this has been an ultra-high performance car tire for the high market of the passenger car segment. The brand name is called Aspire 4G. We've been selling in the European market for the past 2 years, and year on year we've had very good growths. As you know, in 2009 we took over a company called Vredestein. Now it's called Apollo Vredestein. Vredestein really operates in the higher segment of the market, which is the most premium niche winter tire market and summer tire markets. Apollo has come into the mid-tier level in the European market and has got a good response from the customer, and we've been growing at a healthy rate of nearly 30 to 35% on top line. So therefore we see a big opportunity. The tires today are produced in India in our Chennai and Baroda facilities, but now we are looking at being closer to the customer so that the service requirements of the customers are looked after. Our OE journey has been very good. We've been supplying to some of the top OEMs in India, including the VW range, includes Skoda, includes GM, Ford. So when we look at all this customer base, it really forces us to move to the European market to set up a greenfield facility closer to the customer and closer to the OEMs to service them better. Yeah. And therefore our need to come up with a greenfield facility.
Okay, Mr. Kanwar, morning, Neeraj here. Just wondering whether the strategy is order to ensure that the customers that you're catering to stay with you and expand business, or this is also margin accretive and revenue accretive as soon as it starts operations?
Well, it's both. As soon as we do set up a greenfield facility, you will see top line revenues go up. You will also see margins much better. Today our European operations are EBITDA margins are much higher than India and in South Africa. So we're looking at margins of nearly 14 to 15% EBITDA margins as far as Europe is concerned. Wow. Okay. That's because we operate in a very high margin segment of the market, more ultra high performance tires, more high speed rating tires, and therefore the margins are much better as far as even winter tires are concerned. And therefore we believe, one, to be closer to the customer so that our service levels go up, and we are right there in the heart of Europe. And secondly, obviously it's going to give growth to our top line and to our bottom line as well.
Okay, great. So a two-part question. One is, at some point of time in the next 3-4 years, do you believe the blended margins for Apollo would move up from that 6 to 8% levels that most of the tire companies in India enjoy? And two, the funding for the same, I believe the amount that you slated to invest is 2,500 odd crores. How do you plan to fund this? Would it be equity, a debt, mixture of both? How would you do this?
Okay, well, Neeraj, there are two parts to your question. The first part on the operational EBITDA margins. Yes, whether India or whether Europe, our whole intention at Apollo is to see how we can create more shareholder value. And therefore we are looking at de-risking our geographies across the world. So whether it's India today, whether it's South Africa, or whether it's Europe tomorrow. So we're looking at getting into new markets, to open new customers, to open new OEMs across the world. Earlier you also mentioned LATAM, and that's another very big opportunity for us. We've already set up an office in Brazil, purely a marketing and sales office, to try and see how we can get a customer push into the Apollo brand and see how the Apollo brand does in Brazil. So yes, the purpose of the greenfield is also going to be to push up EBITDA margins from a mere 8% to the double-digit figures. Not only in Europe, but also in India, we will try and see how we can get to those levels of 11 to 12%. So that is really the entire thing. On the capex outlay that you have mentioned, this outlay we have seen for the next 5 years. So it's really going to be backed by the really on the debts of the book and not by any equity raising.
Right. Since you touched upon scaling up in the domestic markets volumes as well, what's the sense on the kind of prospects you see with the replacement market especially?
Well, replacement market in India is doing good. We've already seen in February commercial vehicles have gone up by nearly 17 to 18%, and passenger vehicles are back. We've seen a good 13% surge as far as the growth is concerned in passenger cars in India. We are also seeing a very healthy growth for our brand, both for the Apollo brand and for the Vredestein brand in Europe. As I mentioned to you earlier, we are seeing growth of nearly 20 to 25% in those markets. Apollo has already invested to our existing facility in Enschede in Netherlands from a mere 5 million tires per annum to 6 million tires per annum. We've invested close to 10 million euros into the European operations. So we're seeing a healthy growth as far as replacement tires are also concerned. I also want to mention one big point over here. We, as an Indian brand, Apollo brand, we are entering into new markets to try and see how we can leverage the Apollo brand and get to the customer. It's a value for money as far as the brand is concerned. It's a top quality product, and we're trying to enter new markets with the Apollo brand, positioning that at a premium segment and taking Vredestein to a very niche, very premium market. So both the Apollo brand being an Indian brand and a Vredestein brand being a European brand are going to various new markets across the world.